It is the hour of 1 p.m. Thank you so much for choosing the National Broadcaster and make us to be part of your lovely Saturday, the 11th day of March 2023. This is our lunchtime news. My name is Sandra Kahunde. Now straight into activities. President Museveni has left for the People's Democratic Republic of Algeria for a 3-day state visit at the invitation of Ataubani, the president of Algeria. During the state visit, President Museveni and his host will witness the signing of a number of memorandums of understanding between various sectors from the two countries. The heads of state will also attend the first ever business forum between Algeria and Uganda in Algiers. Uganda and Algeria enjoy warm and fraternal bilateral relations. The two countries have strong regional, continental and international cooperation, especially through regional and international organizations such as the African Union, AU, the African Continental Free Trade Area and the United Nations. More from regional updates. Ugandan investors in South Africa have appreciated the governments of Uganda and South Africa for the removal of trade restrictions, especially assessing visas to allow them operate in South Africa. This is one of the many resolutions from the meeting between President Museveni and his South African counterpart, that is Ramaphosa, the recently concluded South Africa-Uganda Business Summit held in Pretoria.
The presidents of Uganda and South Africa recently held a meeting in Pretoria, South Africa, with Ugandan investors living in South Africa. The meeting majorly looked at creating a conducive environment for investors who operate in both countries, ensure access to market of their produce, issues of taxes and tourism.
Is that we are not interested in direct tax. We don't want to tax you directly. That's why we can give you tax holiday for 10 years. You don't have to pay tax directly. Why? Because you pay tax anyway indirectly. How? Because if you come and you start a factory, even if we don't charge you corporate tax for 10 years, the people you have employed are earning income, which they were not earning before. And they are now paying income tax. So already you are contributing to the tax, but indirectly.
The meeting was attended by, among others, officials from Uganda Revenue Authority, Uganda Investment Authority, Uganda Airlines, private sector and owners of small and medium enterprises.
That it's a country that has huge potential and above all really that is welcoming investors from South Africa. So we're very excited about the business environment in Uganda.
The larger, the more work there is, the more heavier the transformer and the bigger.
Philip Kakulu from Rosetech Colleges says the engagement was beneficial given the fact that there have been existing bottlenecks between Ugandan and South African traders.
From the Ugandan side that were able to provide good information, spot on, as leaders of the tourism industry, for example, the PS was present. There was able to be the Minister of Trade who was present. On energy, there was a Minister of Energy, the policymakers, issues of standardization. There was a member or the director of Uganda National Bureau of Standards who was able to interact with their counterparts on taxation, which will be again an issue after all this is done and dusted.
South Africa has removed visa restrictions from Ugandan investors.
Made tremendous gains. What we have done now, we have agreed on a roadmap to announcing visa exemptions for other passports. That needs to be addressed before we get to that final line. The latest time this will be announced will be in October this year. It will be announced in October this year, but it will come into effect on 1st of January 2024.
The Presidential Advisor on Trade and Investment, Odrek Rabogo, says they are to hold such summits in other countries to attract people to invest and operate businesses in Uganda.
The business environment, because 70 companies had invested in Uganda, some have gone out because of many reasons, lockdowns, increased production capacity. We agreed to put trade representatives in each of our markets to ensure that we know and can resolve and can arbitrate some of these problems before they become difficult.
This meeting attracted over 80 companies. I'm Nafka Farida and Wycliffe Mudachi.
In more news, horticulture farmers in Sirongo and Manafa districts of Bugisu sub-country region have been equipped with modern commercial and profitable vegetable and fruit growing skills to tap into the nearby Teso and Kenya markets. The training carried out by the Dutch-based Singeta International and Techno Serve Business Solutions Uganda under the Horticulture Market Acceleration Program is funded by the Royal Kingdom of the Netherlands.
Lack of proper early seedbed preparation and management by most horticulture farmers is responsible for 40% loss on their profits, coupled with the improper application of chemicals. According to senior agronomist from the Dutch-based Singeta Inc. and TechnoServe Business Solutions Uganda, there's need for extension workers to sensitize farmers on the best seedbed nursery preparations and management, suitable seed varieties from reputable dealers, and proper application of chemicals.
Why? Because when you keep Gloria, it has a long shelf life. You can keep it on the market for 2 to a month.
This was during field sensitization meetings for the horticulture farmers in Mutufu Town Council of Sirongo District and Bugawero Town Council in Manafa District, Bugisu Sub-Region. The training is part of the 3-year Horticulture Market Acceleration Program funded by the Royal Kingdom of the Netherlands.
When we just train farmers on how to raise seedlings and harvest crops without training them on how to use chemicals, then it really becomes a problem.
Farmers were also trained on the chemical applicable and safety techniques, in addition to being tipped on the new ready market opportunities for their produce.
Fill up the beam, use the chemical is pouring, is entering, and you're very serious. No, we don't want that. We are, as Singeta, we want the farmers should leave. So they couldn't give us what they couldn't buy the product and we couldn't living together.
We are through the program of linkages where we establish what the farmers have grown on the ground. Then we liaise together with the regional markets.
Farmers led by the Mutufu Town Council Mayor Robert Gidiwi welcomed the training and urged district and sub-county extension workers to be more active on the ground to sensitize farmers.
Before these trainings, initially people were making losses before they have even went to the gardens. But when they had such training, then they realized that this is a proper procedure to go.
But we also need to be visited with the agriculture extension staff who are located at sub-county levels. They are very rare in visiting us in a raw setting.
Similar trainings will be carried out in various regions of the country. Juko Collins compiled this report.
The workers for water and environment have successfully handed in their petition to Parliament, detailing a number of findings and respective recommendations. Minister of State for Energy, Okasai Opolot, received the petition on behalf of the Speaker of Parliament with a pledge to amplify water and environment advocacy.
Day 11 of the 320-kilometer walk for water and environment from Buhuka in Changwali sub-county, Chukube district to Kampala started with a tour around the National Water and Sewage Corporation sewage treatment plant in Lubigi. Walkers were taken through the process of sewage treatment.
We have lots of solid waste prevalent in sanitary pad.
From here, the team embarked on their way to Parliament amidst heavy downpour.
Batambula no February. Okimanyaje?
As anticipated, the team was able to make it to Parliament, where members of the Parliamentary Committee on Water, Sanitation and Hygiene were waiting to receive it.
Let them come, they're coming. They are coming.
A petition highlighting environmental concerns registered during the work and recommendations for Parliament's attention was presented.
Government should substantially increase on the budget allocation to the water and environment sector, including the line authority and district local governments. Increase on the number of environmental protection police force members to curb the rampant encroachment.
Franked by the chairperson of the Parliamentary Committee on WASH, the Minister of State for Energy, Okasai Opolot, received the petition on behalf of the Speaker.
It is not just only about Uganda, it's about humanity. Our environment, the water are extremely important, and we're at crossroads where the weather, the climate is changing, we're destroying the environment, and we need to rehabilitate the environment.
Committee members lauded the workers for their resilience to protect the environment. The team, together with the Parliamentary Committee on WASH, signed a commemorative painting symbolizing their partnership to promote environmental conservation. From here, the workers will be flagged off for their final leg to the Ministry of Water and Environment in Luzira.
We're proud of you. Thank you so much.
The Minister for Water and Environment, Sam Cheptoris, congratulated the workers upon accomplishing the 320-kilometer walk and asked them to continue championing advocacy for environmental conservation.
That as you settle down, you will prepare a report for us to act on. The issue of Bukoma is a serious issue. The issue of Bukoma is a serious issue which must be handled. We have done our best, but we shall not tire.
The theme for this year's Walk for Water and Environment was Water and Environment for Climate Resilient Development.
Now moving on, the Ministry of Health is seeking a supplementary budget for 208 billion Uganda shillings. The supplementary in question also includes 11 billion shillings court award to Sino Medicines. In 2013, Sino Medicine was contracted to supply items including beds to Malago National Referral Hospital by the Ministry of Health. However, according to the Ministry of Health, the company supplied substandard items that compelled them to reject consignments and also cancel the contract with the company.
The Minister of Health is seeking a supplementary budget of 280 billion, which includes 11 billion shillings court award to Sino African Medicines. Sino African Medicine was contracted to supply items including beds by the Minister of Health.
The claimant supplied the goods between November 18th, 2013 and 7th March 2014, customized for the Ministry of Health to various hospitals and health centers across the country.
However, according to Ministry of Health, the company supplied substandard items that compelled them to reject the consignment and also cancel the contract with the company.
Some items were not fit for purpose and that the supplier should replace them
Sino would then seek legal redress where court awarded compensation of 4 billion subject to interest once the ministry defaulted on timely clearance.
Had written to the supplier to retrieve the equipment which had been rejected. But by the time the supplier went to retrieve the equipment, the hospitals had already used them, and some of them had been left out in the open. They had been abandoned and left to waste at the facilities. So by the time he went to retrieve the equipment was found in a state of disrepair. And because of that, that contributed to the success of his claim.
Appearing before the committee to defend a supplemental of 208 billion were officials from Ministry of Health, led by Minister Dr. Jane Ruth Acheng. Officials were tasked to explain whether the contract in question was awarded through competitive bidding. The committee was chaired by Koboko Municipality Member of Parliament, Dr. Charles Sayume.
What are the court awards and how much does government owe either contractors or suppliers?
The ministry noted that it was under the instruction of National Advisory Committee on Medical Equipment to cancel the contract with the contractor, which was later challenged in courts of law. The MPs questioned why the ministry failed to communicate earlier, leading government into losses.
Because South Africa did their work, they messed us up, we slept again in awarding them the contract. They played on us, gave us a bad deal.
The ministry was tasked to present further documents of the contract and how it was awarded to Sino African Medicines. Officials from the ministry pleaded with the committee to assist them in scaling up funds which had been allocated for the rehabilitation of Mulago National Referral Hospital.
In the midst of scarcity, in the midst of other priorities, this government may incur some costs over the next 2-3 years, but also not putting money in Mulago, people are going to die.
The committee unanimously agreed to stay the budget for supervision of Lubowa Hospital and advised the ministry to first embark on priority areas. Susan Naung and Gloria Guitabinji reporting for UBC TV.
3 billion shillings to finish.
The State Minister of State for Finance, General Duties Henry Musasizi, has urged elites to join politics and offer their valuable expertise for national development. Musasizi was officiating the 13th graduation ceremony of certified public accountants of Uganda at Hotel Africana in Kampala. The event attracted who is who in the accountants profession in Uganda.
Espouse the ethos of the Institute's existence, which include promoting excellence in whatever we do.
Hundreds of accountants and well-wishers thronged Hotel Africana to witness the 13th graduation ceremony of Certified Public Accountants of Uganda.
As a CPA graduate, I commit myself to acting in public interest and I will conduct myself with integrity, objectivity, and in accordance with the high ethical standards.
The Minister of State for Finance and Economic Planning, Henry Musasizi, officiated the ceremony and appealed to accountants to maintain integrity in their service to the nation. He commended the Institute of Certified Public Accountants of Uganda for growing the profession that stands at close to 5,000 members.
Today we have an audience of 916 graduates, adding to the existing 4,000 already qualified accountants with CPA. This is a good milestone and congratulations.
He also asked accountants to diversify into politics and enrich the sector with their expertise.
In government agencies and state-owned enterprises and high public interest organizations, to have accountants who are qualified and registered members of the Institute of Certified Public Accountants. I think there we opened the windows. Those restrictions give you opportunities to be employed.
The president of the Institute of Certified Public Accountants of Uganda, Constantine Mayende Othieno, explained that the big number of graduates was due to COVID-19 that disrupted the Institute's operations.
The Institute was not spared either from the blows of COVID-19, the examinations dates, were disrupted, students' progression was curtailed. The council was, however, conscious of the lost time, and in order to facilitate the progression, supported PAEB's introduction of additional examination dates in March 2021 and in 2022, where we held 4 examinations dates.
A former president of the institute, Dr. Protazio Begumisa, urged CPA graduates to consolidate their professionalism through adhering to the state accountants' work ethics and guidelines.
This is a very good job, and of course remember that studying has just started. I know some of you want to put on this red thing. So the studying has just started.
The graduates that included 916 certified accountants, 27 certified tax advisors and 55 accounting technicians diploma are from the 2020 to 2022 examinations dates that could not graduate due to COVID-19 disruptions. Sudat Kaye, UBC News.
Well, after these very short messages, I return with sports. Keep watching.
Jerry con! Jerry con! Hey, Master Blaster! Touch him, man! Bang Jerry con with muscle! Those ones who say go for you only. Mundava! First group is I teach you. When I'm going to which the muscari, because of the cover that is very far. Is you serious? Is serious you? What? Yeah? You stay put on it. Add kilometers to your legs. And you get your sugar. We buy meat from Umaru. And Umaru refused to give you enough meat. Mama! Show him that they don't joke with you. Umaru,
okukakaluka n'okulungi kwetaagako omuntu akuyambako n'olwekyo tujja kukuteerawo embeera esaanidde osobole okukola ekisinga awamu teri kitulema.
This isn't just a girl. She is the future. This is a teacher, a doctor, a community leader, our future president.
This is our family's pride.
This is my friend.
This is the future of our nation.
She is the future of Uganda, and the policies I enact today will protect her from teenage pregnancy.
She is the hope of our community, and I will talk to others about how we must protect her.
She is our family's pride, and I will protect her from child marriage and talk to her about the dangers of teenage pregnancy. We each have a role to play in empowering our teenage girls to protect them from child marriage and pregnancy, because when we empower them, we empower our nation. Protect the girl, save the nation.
Their support meant so much to me. I stayed focused and was protected from child marriage and teenage pregnancy. I will support other girls against child marriage and teenage pregnancy.
Take action. Report any case of defilement or child marriage to the police or call Sauti 116.
Hey!
Paying your bills the old way.
Let's go. Just need to buy some power.
Paying your bills with the My Airtel app.
Bro, there's a line.
You have the power in your pocket. The power to instantly pay your bills hassle-free. Unlock that power with the My Airtel app. Visit the App Store or Google Play now.
Oh, you're back.
The Organizing Committee of North Kigezi Diocese is delighted to inform the public of the consecration and enthronement service of Reverend Onesimus Asimwe as the 6th Bishop of North Kigezi Diocese on Sunday, 12th of March 2023 at Emmanuel Cathedral, Chinyasano, Rukunjiri at 9 a.m. The chief guest is His Excellency General Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, the President of the Republic of Uganda. RSVP Honorable Major General Jim Muhwezi, Minister of Security and Chairperson Consecration and Enthronement.
Get the most affordable 4G smartphone in Uganda from Airtel. Now heavily discounted from 250,000 shillings to 150,000 shillings only. Yes! 150,000 shillings only to keep you connected to your loved ones.
Dial *175*94# to activate free 1 GB instantly and 100% double data on all weekly and monthly bundles for 3 months. Get one today while stock lasts from the nearest Airtel shop. With Airtel, the smartphone network.
UBC coming live to you from wherever you're watching us from Broadcast House, Nile Avenue. My name is Sandra. Now to sports before we let you go enjoy your Saturday. Makerere University School, Makerere University School of Women and Gender Studies is seeking for more computers to train students. Well, to address this, General MK Muhoozi Kainerugaba has contributed 10 million Uganda shillings towards this cause and has also pledged more support to help the girl child. This was during the charity marathon organized by the School of Women and Gender Studies at Makerere University to raise funds to equip the school.
As part of the Women's Day celebrations, Makerere University School of Women and Gender Studies is fundraising for computers to equip the ICT unit, which is challenged by numbers. During the charity run at Makerere University, Professor Sara Sali decried the need to boost the school with more computers, especially where they train the girl child.
Can expand ICT access through contributions like the one General MK has given. The country has signed up to so many conventions of providing us with ICT access, and that's why you have internet coverage all over this country. So if we can use such opportunities and with more partners coming on board, then it does help to have more digital penetration.
Baram Barugahari represented General MK Muhoozi Kainerugaba, who contributed 10 million towards the cause and pledged more support towards the girl child.
Also, I would like to thank Amok University School of Women and Gender Studies for organizing a charity marathon. Allow me to contribute 10 million shilling towards the cause of the institute. This will enable the institute to acquire some computers as initial. Allow me to wish you a successful campaign under hashtag ICT for girls as we celebrate International Women's Day.
Professor Sara Sali thanked General Muhoozi for the gesture and called more others to join the campaign.
To Makerere, and to thank you very much for joining hands with the School of Women and Gender Studies to raise computers for our girls so as to bridge the gender digital divide and all that it comes with as envisaged in the NRM manifesto. Thank you very much.
The winners of the marathon were given prizes. Joseph Bule reporting.
Allow me give you.
Well, that's all we had time for this particular newscast. Keep watching UBC for more updates this lovely Saturday. My name is Sandra Kahunde. Greetings from the team behind the scene. We love you. God bless you.
UBC, inspiring Uganda.
Get the most affordable 4G smartphone in Uganda from Airtel.